What is happening, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. This will be my first full playthrough walkthrough narrated, and I'll be doing this live, by the way, so if you can hear my controller and stuff, that's why. I'm actually going to plug it out here real quick. And Returnal was one of my favorite games ever, up there with the likes of Ghost of Tsushima and stuff like that. This is my 2021 Game of the Year, and I recently platinumed it as well, so I'm going to throw in a little clip of when I got the platinum trophy. For me, this game is a 9.5 out of 10. And I don't want to give it a 10 just for the simple reason that it's a completionist nightmare. Because we have just crash landed onto the planet Atchpos, which is a never ending cycle and it's constantly changing. So there's certain trophies in this game that you just need to basically restart the cycle and just rinse until you get certain things to spawn in. And that's why I don't want to give it a 10 out of 10, just out of spite. But basically what I did was I completed the tutorial area for the game. I took an intentional death at a certain point, and now I'm here back at the start of the cycle, so I have a gun and stuff. I also took that as an opportunity just to test out the audio and things like that. I also will proof watch this video before I upload it, just to make sure it's okay, and I think the content is at a kind of stage of quality that's good enough, because I've never done this before, so bear with me because I'll probably make mistakes, I'll probably die. Also, I had to upload my other save of Returnal to the cloud and then delete it because there's no option to create a new game in Returnal. So Celine just said the environment, it wasn't like this before. So when I went into the first room in my first little run, wasn't even 10 minutes, the level didn't look like that. So every time you die, you'll see different rooms. And there's a lot of different rooms. So these are our first enemies, which right now they take a few bullets, but when we get the melee upgrade, we're actually able to one-hit them. So that is an example as to how Returnal changes as you go through. Oh, another dude down here. Now if you get too close to these guys, or if you stand still for too long, they'll lunge at you, kind of bite your face. We can just pick up their obolites, which is your currency in the game. This thing you can get kind of eaten by, but you can just dash out of it by pressing circle, totally fine. So you picked up a key, and these green cephalium resins here basically allow us to upgrade our suit integrity, which is basically your health. Your proficiency is how proficient you are with a weapon. Basically that goes up to level 30 in the game, and it goes up to level 45 in the endless mode. What I want to do here real quick as well, we can't get this yet because we have to melee attack that, but I'm going to go into the side room and just see what's in here. Oh, okay, this is a perfect opportunity to explain what this is. This is the Reconstructor. It's a xenotech device that allows basically for you to get a doggy life. Down the bottom right, you'll see that I have 0, 1, and 10. So I have 0 ether, which is purple currency. We need 6 of to basically give us an extra life. Because if you die, that's it, you're gone back to the start. But you can use the Reconstructor, or you can use other items, such as an astronaut figurine, to basically get a second chance. Underneath the 0 is 1. That's my Atropian key that I can use either on a door or a chest. I'd recommend saving it for doors. They're kind of a bit of a waste if you use it on a chest. And underneath is 10 is obolites. You see these guys, try kill them as quick as you can. They drop loads of obolites. Where are you gone? These are kind of like crystal lizards from Demon Souls, let's say. So we got 76 off those. I think this is a shield vial, is it? Cool, so this is our first consumable.
Device acquired. I think this will prove a useful tool.
We press L1 to use that. And this room here will either usually have a weapon. In your first playthrough, it'll have a tachymatic carbine. But if you take the intentional death, you'll lose it. Now this increases our repair efficiency by 25%. So every time we use a healable consumable, basically it makes us 25% better using that. buddies are back. Oh, that was close. I missed that overload. Just totally fine. That happens from time to time. And a tip I could give for Returnal is don't stand still and shoot. Jump and move. Because this game requires a lot of patience. I'll pick that up in just a second. I'll just kill these guys first. But this game does require a lot of patience because there's certain parts in which you can see the developers didn't want you to just get a clean run through the game. They want you to die a few times and get a little bit frustrated so it feels a bit rewarding. If I could kind of explain it that way. Run through here. You can melee these open or you can just sprint into them. But obviously we don't have that ability yet. There's a little kind of section back here. We can't break that either. This is a malignant obolite chunk. So basically you can either get obolites with that. You get obolites either way. But it's down to chance whether you get a malfunction in your suit. And that's basically a certain kind of handicap per se. So what that'll do is it'll either make obolites disappear faster or it'll make you weaker in midair when you're shooting. Little things like that. It kind of gives you little kind of randomized events that makes your game more difficult. So let's go through the main gate over here. And what I'll try and do with these videos is I'll try end it on the boss. I should be able to kill Phrike, no bother. So our intended path is through this teleporter, but we can't use it yet because we don't have the technology. So let's go pick that up.
Or just hollowed corpses. This may be the face of things to come.
That's my alt fire mode as well with the green shot. That turret over there with the shield, I will not be able to kill that yet. Let's just kill all these dudes here. Try our best to keep moving. And the reason why I can't kill that guy yet is, well, I believe I can't. Let me use the alt fire mode. Yeah, I can't kill him yet. Because you need the melee attack to break his shield. So basically that's Returnal's way of saying, haha, you can't get me yet because you haven't got further enough. So, or far enough. That was bad English. But at this point here we're going to fall through the floor. And now we have the ability to use the translocators. I'll skip this little cutscene. I'll skip the cutscenes because it'll make the video too long. And if you want to play this game for yourself for the first time, you can experience the cutscenes and the story on your own, but you can figure out how to play the game without getting the cutscenes spoiled by watching my videos.
Confirmed.
So basically we may need to come back here at a different time.
Location exit seems fixed.
And now we can use these translocators. You can hear the DualSense vibrating. This game takes such advantage of the PS5 controller. The first time I played this game, it actually made me go, wow, they thought of everything. But one thing I want to explain here is down the middle center of my screen, down the bottom, you can see that there's Celine's heart rate, and that's her adrenaline level. So there's a max of 5, and when you get to 5, so basically when you kill a load of enemies without getting hit successfully, you will get up to level 5 and you will get a shield. That's the blue thing that's around Celine right now. So if I get hit, it'll take the shield off me. I'll lose my adrenaline level, but I won't get any impact to my health. So we're going to have dudes in the air here now, so this is a new enemy. If these guys start shooting that gold laser beam, if you just shoot at them enough, it should stagger them and they won't fire it. Now this is ether. This is what I was on about a few minutes ago. So it's a permanent resource that interacts with other timelines. So basically it's just a different form of currency. The particle effect of the translocator as well is lovely. Also, we are 10 minutes into the video. If you guys are enjoying this and you want to see further, parts of this game, I know this game isn't new, but it's one of my favorite games, so I just want to do a walkthrough of it. If you're liking it, if you're enjoying it, please leave a like and consider subscribing as well. Okay, so this is our first fabricator room. This is basically a shop.
Technology that produces other devices.
What I would prioritize is your health, so we're going to go for the integrity augment. So as you can see, our health is boosted. And what I'll do is I'll come back here at a certain point and I'll purchase this, which is basically a health vial. I might not need it because what I have right now at the bottom is a nullification sphere. So if I get a malfunction, I can clear it straight away without doing the task. These are xenoglyph ciphers. They're little ciphers that basically tell the story,
Language discovered.
or certain aspects of the story.
Currently lacking resources to decipher this xenoglyph.
We can collect that xenoglyph cipher, and we should be able to collect this one now, or should be able to read it at least.
Is this
Cool.
translating
So now we've
correctly?
got 2 of those.
Severed brethren. Maddening agony.
If we go into our data bank, this shows all the hostiles. They all have different names. A lot of them are Greek. You might be wondering why. It's to do with Celine's past trauma and grief, and how what we're witnessing right now on Atropos is all in Celine's head. Now, what I was talking about earlier is these xenoglyphs are a pain in the ass for certain biomes. Biome 2 and the last were the biggest pain in the ass when I was going for the Platinum Trophy, because some of these xenoglyph ciphers only spawn in certain rooms of the game, and the fact that the environment changes every time, you need to do multiple reruns of each biome sometimes to get specific ones to spawn. So what that results in is it results in you watching a YouTube video, making a list, seeing what ciphers you're missing, and then rerunning, speed running, and going over and over and over again, trying to get certain things to spawn so that you can pick up the xenoglyph cipher. Bit of pain in the ass. Small bit of pain in the ass. So that's why it's a 9.5 out of 10. We can't open this door because we do not have the melee upgrade yet. So let's go get that. Oh, there's enemies here. These dudes are a bit of a pain. Shoot them in the head if you can. That's their weak point. He's staggered because we shot him in the head a good bit. There's my shield tick gone, and there's him dead. Now once we get the melee upgrade, that mob will not be as difficult. Oh, wrong button. They are called mycomorphs. Fungus morphs. Now, let's have a look around here and see, is there anything we can pick up? We can't get that yet. We will come back through here and pick this stuff up. This is the boss door, I believe. Yeah, so we're not going to go through there yet, because the game has decided that it's not going to give us a different weapon other than the pistol. Oh, I'll take this. It's a shotgun, and the fact we picked that up now, we're in lockdown, and we have to kill this dude. Oh, wow. Okay, so the range on this sucks. But you know what? I'm gonna keep the pistol. So if you do enough damage to that mob, eventually what will happen is it'll fall on its stomach, and its stomach will glow red, and that's its weak point essentially. Let's pick this up.
Encountered a small light.
These are parasites. You can have a maximum of 5 on your body at one time. So what this parasite has done is it basically gives you something in return for taking something else away. So when our suit is at low integrity, it'll begin to basically heal itself. But we need an additional kill now to increase our adrenaline levels. You can take the parasite off at certain points of the game. usually after you've killed the boss you can take it off. There's some parasites that are awful. A worst one, I can't think of its name, but basically whenever you kill an enemy, they leave a pool of acid behind them, and you can just walk through it, and it just takes your health away. It's bad. It's not good. So if you see that, don't pick it up. Pick up this health. Pick up this calibrator, which basically increases our efficiency. I don't know why I said it like that. Calibrator. Calibrator. Oh, let's jump over you. Oh, okay, of course I landed into something else. Thanks, Returnal. Oh. Uh-oh. And you might be wondering why I didn't go for the shotgun or decided to keep it. I'm gonna get hit, haven't I? Because the range on it is just poor. Die, please. There we go. I'll take that. I don't mind trying to kill the boss with a pistol. I've done it before. Because it's so random, you might not get a decent weapon until much later on. Now, that's cleared out. And one thing I want to show you here real quick is, as you can see, that's level 0 and this is level 1. It also has a thing there called Snub Nose Barrel, which is at 53%. You get different weapon traits, levels 1 to 5, I believe, could be 4. But basically it will just improve the weapon the more you use it. So that's another intended aspect of Returnal, which is basically connected to you repeating and running. So even if you do die, or repeating runs, should I say, even if you do die, it's not the end of the world, because there is some permanent upgrades, or another freaking spitball. There is permanent traits that you get on weapons. This is the Xenoglyph Archive. These little blue bubbles basically build statues. So as we run into this, you'll see it begins to form itself and build these little statues. You need to do this as part of the survey trophy for this biome, for the Overgrown ruins. I'm not going to do it, but this is this room, and this is what it's for. You won't be able to complete it in one run because you'll need the grappling hook to get to the last set of statues. Another intended aspect of Returnal. So when you do unlock the permanent grapple hook, you can come back here and then finish off the Xeno Archive, I believe it's called. Because I haven't played this game from the start, from like new game from scratch in a long time. I'm just like, what are these words? What are this? That's a healing tower. Get rid of it. Get rid of it. If you don't, it'll continue to heal the enemies and you actually won't be able to kill them. And there's certain content in Returnal that you don't have to do. I think someone speedrun the entire game, or speedran the game in 40 minutes, just by picking up the necessary content. There's one more enemy over here. I knew I heard you. Go for his head. Whoa, I'm surprised I didn't get hit there. They can also teleport and move. Now, I'd love a tachymatic carbine, please, game. There's also something over here. We'll just see what that is real quick. Okay, it's a pickup we haven't got before. All-fire coolant. I don't really want that, but I think there might be ether over here. Yep, I'll go pick that up. Because we won't use the reconstructor yet, but I may use it for Biome 3. Because the boss in Biome 3, in my opinion, is the hardest boss in the game, which doesn't make any sense because it's not the last level.
That can't be here.
This is Celine's house. We can't go in there yet because we don't have the key to that house.
I think I am reliving my memories in that house, but not fully. They're corroded. Some parts are missing, others seem manufactured. But I can remember the torment, feeling like I was losing my mind.
Shoot him in the belly. Okay, we got him.
And the astronaut keeps following me.
So that was another scout log, and I'm intentionally not speaking when Celine is speaking like that, because it just becomes muddled audio that's very messy to listen to. But basically, Celine mentioned there that she keeps seeing this astronaut. She doesn't know why. It keeps appearing in her dreams. Every time she dies and the cycle comes back, she sees this astronaut, and it won't leave her alone. That will get explained further into the story as well. What's this? Shock springs. I don't really want that either, but I will take that. Thank you very much. Now, let's go into this side room real quick. They are denoted by dark blue triangles, or upside down triangles. Oh wow, I've never seen this early. If you see one of these, this is perfect. This is basically a green bed. When you rest on it, it'll give you more health. But sometimes enemies can spawn, so look straight up if you use one of those. Just clear out these lads. No, they're dead. They're little bats. They'll glow gold when they're about to attack you. Now, let's have a quick look and see what's through here. That's the derelict citadel, just up there. So basically, that's Biome 3. We need to go there, but we can't quite yet. So let's just go back in here real quick and pick up some more stuff. Can't go in there. And there's nothing back here. So I'm just going to proceed through the door because we need that melee upgrade. So just keep proceeding through and take your time because this game rewards patience. If you try and speed run through this, the game will know and you'll just die. You'll just die because you won't be strong enough, you won't have enough stuff picked up, yada yada. Where are you? Oh, you're over there. Oh, Christ. Let's just get some space between myself and that micromorph and this dude. Okay, he's gone. This guy that's here is very aggressive. This is the enemy in which you should take your intentional death against the first time you encounter it. I'm just going to have to be mindful that I can't grapple hook away this guy like I'm used to doing. I think it's called a Titan something. There we go. Yeah, Titan Ops. There, we just killed him. Tachymatic 3, I'll take that, thank you very much. And we'll also just go through the level here and just pick up some more stuff. This noise is the noise of a xenoglyph cipher. If you're missing a cipher and you hear that noise, look around. It's going to be there somewhere. So let's go through here. Right now we can't walk on this kind of, it's not lava, it's kind of like plague, for the lack of a better term. So we're going to ignore this room for now. But I will go over to this one. Oh, also if you see these with glowing eyes, shoot them. They have obolites inside. And you'll be able to purchase yourself some more upgrades. Now, okay, let's go through here. There's another cipher. I won't go out of my way to pick them up, but if I do see them, I'll get them. There's the house key. There is different trophies for the sections of the house
How could this be here?
in each act, and in order for you to get the true ending of Returnal, you need that house key. I'm not going to be going into the house in this playthrough. It's optional content that is not related to the walkthrough. But once you've picked up that house key, go back to where the house was, open the door, and just follow it through. It's very easy and totally straightforward. You basically just have to examine a few things, and that will tell you more about Celine's story. Right now, we can't go through there. So let's open our map and have a look at where we need to go. Okay. Find a way to destroy the xenotech barriers. It's definitely not this way, is it? It's been such a long time since I've got to this point in the game because I know that's the shortcut to the Crimson Gate.
Appears
Oh
to be
yes,
another
I'm an
teleportation
idiot.
device, but more
This is the melee upgrade.
discovered a...
Now when we press square, we do this big sweeping attack. I was like, no, don't go down there. Because that is the gate to Biome 2. But on this kind of droid, the melee upgrade is there. This is basically another tutorial. Like, oh my god, now I'm locked in here. Bang. You can slash that open. Bada boom, bada bing. So what we need to do now is we need to backtrack ourselves all the way over here to the original red kind of laser door and cut that open. But we can use a translocator to get us there faster. Or we should be able to anyways. I fell off because I'm dumb. It's like Charles Leclerc. If anyone's into Formula 1, I am stupid. Now let's proceed on through. We'll have a look at this translocator and can I use these? I can. We want to bounce over here really. You can run all that way back if you want, but it's just going to take a long time. Now this gives us the key to the boss door. When we pick up this key, I believe it's bats will start to spawn. So this has a funky name. I'm not going to try and pronounce that, but if you Google that, I can guarantee you that name, the anathema, is connected to Greek mythology. Yeah, there's our bat friends. That's that gold attack I was on about. You can also melee attack these guys now, and they'll one-hit die. And this guy's just stuck, so we're not going to wait for him. We're going to head towards the boss door now, which is indicated by this kind of orange marker. So I believe, yeah, it's this way. So we can go this way and to the left. And now when we see turrets with shields on them, we'll be able to kill them. But before we go up there, you can now pick up stuff that's behind these branches. Pick up these obolites too. Go up here. And yeah, there's nothing really here else that we need to pick up. But now we're actually pretty close to the boss, 27 minutes in. If this is your first time playing this game, you do not need to do it at the same pace as me. Take your time, explore everything. If you die, so what, start again, it's fine. Returnal is one of those games where, you know, you're going to die a lot. Just embrace that. Just accept that. It's the same as, you know, Elden Ring or any Souls game, Dark Souls, whatever. You're going to die in that game, and it's going to get difficult. He took my shield off me, I think. Yeah, he did. These dudes, you can shoot them in the eye, they'll close their eye. There's only, oh, there's two. If you walk into their line of sight, they will shoot a laser at you, and that will do a lot of damage. This is the boss door. As we can see, it looks very intricate, but now we have the key to open it. We can go in here.
The strange energy source is beyond this. It might be tied to White Shadow.
So Celine thinks this is tied to White Shadow. Now, every time you're about to fight a boss, there will be a weapon on the floor. It's usually crap. You don't need to pick it up. Stick with your carbine or whatever it is that you have. That's going to deal the most damage against Phrike. Each boss in this game has 3 phases. This boss isn't too hard when you look at it from, you know, a hindsight view, but the first time you fight this boss, it's a little bit difficult because you're going to be like, what do I do? Just keep shooting at him in the head, and eventually he'll become smarter. Purple, right? Purple you cannot dodge. You have to jump over it or avoid it. It also does that laser beam attack. Where are you gone? Okay. And he'll also disappear under the floor, in which you can just look at the floor and see where the orange light is going, and that's where Phrike is going to go. So eventually at a certain point he'll kind of teleport behind you and to try and basically disorientate you. There's purple again, we can't avoid that. You can actually cheese him a small bit by staying really close to him and melee attacking him, but that's not the intended way to fight this boss. If you stand close to him, the blue projectiles in particular will just go straight over your head. A lot of the speed runners do it that way, but that's not really, it's not really fair, is it? So now he's shooting more blue projectiles at us. There's your laser beam again. And now he'll start incorporating his melee attacks. Do you see him doing, oh my god. Do you see him doing a melee? Dodge. Do a long dash to the left or right. You see his hand glow. Get ready. There's him on the floor, and now he's behind us. Go into the middle here to avoid purple, and then get some distance on him again. And just avoid it that way. Laser. And melee. So I fought this guy many times, so not too bad, but you will get hit once or twice no matter how good you are. So that's phase 2. Phase 3 is up now. This is where it starts to get a little bit hectic. He will start to melee attack you more. And the purple orbs will now be on the floor in a spiral pattern, which can be dodged by just moving left or right basically. Oh, and there goes me going straight into one of them. It's a lot of purple. It's a lot of purple. And beams on the floor now. He'll start to do double beams. The reason why there's 2 is because you're used to having 1. So it's hoping that you'll dash into it or you won't dash far enough. Dash away from his melee, hit him again. And now he has purple orbs on the floor which have gaps in them. Let's keep looking for the gaps. Oh fuck, I thought I dodged that. Sorry for swearing as well. Oh, he hit me again. That was very close. That was too close for comfort. See, the first time you fight Phrike, you're not really supposed to do well. This powers the Crimson Gateway, which allows us to get into Biome 2. So that was the boss for Biome 1.
Kind of unlocking mechanism.
This fog on the floor as well is cool. It's also a lot to do with Celine's mind and how clouded her mind is. Now, we nearly died to Phrike, but that's totally fine, because one thing I want to explain here is the weapon traits in a bit more detail. So as we can see, we have armor piercing. So the more you use the tachymatic carbine, the better that's going to get. So you're going to be able to get the armor piercing 2, and then you're going to get a second line of weapon trait up to potentially level 4, which makes the weapons better. It gives them more traits, basically is what they're called. I don't know how to describe it, but there's different ones. When we come across in different parts of the video, I'll be able to explain it a little bit better. But if we go up here, this is a data cube. In Biome 1, it usually spawns there, and you can put it into this dude, which is the data cube processor. Now, in the rest of the biomes, the data cube will generally not be after the boss. It'll be in a different random room in the game. We can pick that up. That's an artifact. Now I'll show you what that is. So it's an unfed pod. So for every parasite we have, we get 20% extra stagger power. So like with the mycomorphs, when we hit them in the head and they stagger and they fall over, basically we get a 20% more stagger power. So I'm not sure if that means they'll be staggered for longer or they get staggered more often. I'm not sure the exact meaning of that. So now we need to go to Biome 2, which will end the first part of this playthrough. Now, Another thing I want to say, if you've made it this far into the video, Returnal is a hard game to play and talk at the same time. Because there's so much going on at the one time. So hopefully I'm doing alright, and this is also my first, as I've said, playthrough of a game. I've never done this before, so this is new to me. Like live comms. I've done live streams and stuff like that, but not Returnal. Returnal's a hard game. So this is cool. This is a cool moment.
The only alternative. I'll need to explore the other side.
So we need to go in here now. That's going to be the end of part 1, guys. Stay tuned for part 2. I'm going to record it immediately after this one. So I'm going to upload part 1 and 2 together. I'm going to see how well they do, and I will film part 3 when I get a chance.